It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Silver and Black coming up next.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Xavier Gipson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Completed to Reynolds. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the 42. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Fields now on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle, and they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 17. Caught by Lazard. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Third down give to Hall. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's brought down after a decent gain. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. Fields out of the gun. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets get the game's first points here in the 2nd. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their 2nd act as an NFL QB. He was a 2nd rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Well, we've had to wait until the 2nd quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Down a touchdown with how long they've been sitting over there. I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Smith on 3rd and short. Dumped off to his running back. Takes out a one-stop. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Into traffic, complete! And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders pushing for a late spark before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Smith setting the throw. He's got it! And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And leading just 7-3, might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Fields on first down. Finds his target Hall. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Looking to throw. Quick slant to Lazard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So at the end of 2, the Jets really playing road warriors here. They've got the lead. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewing.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Tyreek McAllister now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Smith. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They give it to him again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup that time, partner. They're set up closer. 4th and goal upcoming.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Wangu now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Jets out to begin another drive. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Paul there to haul it in.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fields looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Another throw for Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Paul running between the tackles. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Paul. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Looking to throw Fields. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Fields throwing here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Now Fields. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push their lead to 4.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give running right. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action. Here's Smith. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 31. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders needing 4 points. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hand off to the back. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down.
And in for the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's brought in by Lazard. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here he is to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. Short pass brought in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Caught by Lazard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Throwing now. That one's incomplete over the middle. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Fields on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
On comes Anders Carlson for a pretty important kick. He catched his first attempt, his second now from 45. Looking good, and it's through! And in the final moments, they force overtime!
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Smith. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.